Hey, welcome to Audrey's reading area. I do have yet another fun and exciting book that I'll be reading to you guys. But first, please smash that subscribe button for me. Smash it, pound it, smash that subscribe button. All right. Don't forget to also share it with everybody. Share it. Just take that link, copy that link, share it to everybody's page. All right. Now, the fun and exciting book that I'll be reading is it's an article from this magazine. It's called the Scholastic Action Magazine. And they talk, teens listen. They talk, teens listen. This is from March of 2021, recent. So this is again, they talk, teens listen. All right, let's see what this has. Let's see what it says. Now, I'm trying to see who it was written by. It was written by Anna Stierczewski. Anna Stierczewski. There we go. Anna Stierczewski. It says, listen to an episode of Teenager Therapy on a podcast. Gael Ader and his friends started a podcast called Teenager Therapy. Here's why they think something's as simple as talking and listening to each other can change the world. The idea came to Gael, like many ideas do, in the shower. He had been listening to a lot of podcasts. It seemed like there was a show for just about everyone. But the one he wanted to listen to didn't exist. I wondered what it would be like if there was a podcast where you could just listen in on a conversation teenagers were having, he says. Gael got to work right away. Wow, he came up with a name, Teenager Therapy. Sounds interesting. Teenager Therapy. Then he gathered 4 of his friends, Mark, Thomas, Kayla, and Isaac. The 5 of them recorded the first episode sitting in a circle on Gael's bed. Interesting. It took 3 tries to record something they were happy with. When they finally had it, Gael hit upload. That was 2.5 years ago. None of them could have ever imagined what would have happened next. Podcast pros. Podcasts have been around since 2004, but they've gotten very popular in recent years. That's because you can find or make a podcast about pretty much anything these days. Some podcasts are about current events or sports. Others are hosted by celebrities. Many are just friends talking to each other. Overall, you can find more than 1 million podcasts on your phone, but most of them never become well known. That's why Gael, now 17, and his friends weren't sure what to expect. Would people care about their podcasts? Let's see. Let us see. It says, would Teenager Therapy stand out enough to succeed? But when Gael woke up the day after posting the first episode, he was shocked. People had downloaded it. They had followed Teenager Therapy on Instagram. The comments were flooding in. I felt like, wow, people are listening to what we have to say, Gael says. Opening up. There was another side to the excitement, though. I was definitely a little scared, says co-host Kayla, who was also 17. Within a few months, downloads of Teenager Therapy surpassed 100,000. Teens all over the world were listening. All 5 hosts felt nervous. What if they said something wrong? What if listeners turned on them? But they had a mission to spread the message that it's okay to be vulnerable. That means being open and honest, even when it's hard. On every episode of Teenager Therapy, the host talks about what's going on in their lives. They discuss stress, school, relationships, crushes, all with an audience of almost 500,000 people. Wow. We want to have conversations that are uncomfortable at times, says Gael. That's when you know it's real. He and his co-host believe that being vulnerable is the best way to connect with others. They want to share the conversations you normally don't get to hear. Not alone. The hosts of Teenager Therapy started having these tough conversations right away. Their second episode was about depression. Thomas shared how he had struggled with feeling sad after a breakup. His co-host commiserated with him. So did their listeners. We got so many messages after that episode, Gael remembers. People told us that they had felt the exact same way. They said that hearing us talk about it made them feel less alone. Changing lives. Since the podcast started in 2018, life has changed for Gael and his co-hosts. They have more than 50,000 followers on Instagram. They sell teenage therapy hoodies and hats. Last year, they even interviewed two of the most famous people in the world. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle? Cool. They're members of the British royal family. In case you didn't know who they were. It's not always easy. There have definitely been times where I think so much of me is out there. All my problems are out there. That's really scary, Gael says. But then I read the messages people send us. They tell us how much the podcast means to them. And I know we're doing something important. So on this side, it says, this is an activity for you. You've just read, They Talk, Teens Listen. Now it's time to do this activity. Tip. A cause is what makes something happen. An effect is what happens as the result of that cause. That's right. We want to have conversations that are uncomfortable at times. That's when you know it's real. Gael Ader. That's Gael. And these are the Teenage Therapy celebrity interviews. Here are just a few of the guests they've had on the podcast. Here's a few of the guests. Yes, so that is Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, Danielle Coe, musician, Drea Okeke, influencer, Andrea Russet, a YouTuber, Andreas Lopez, a musician. So, what to do? In the chart below, fill in the missing causes and effects. So this is the cause on this side. This is the cause. This is the effect on that side. Can you see? So on the cause side, it says, Gael wished there was a podcast that let you listen to teens having a conversation. Write the effect. He made one. And it went big. It was good. So the effect is, Gael and his friends weren't sure their podcast would stand out enough to succeed. Well, the cause was because they wanted to talk about these things. He wanted to make it a podcast, right? Uh-huh. After a few months, downloads of Teenagers Therapy surpassed 100,000. So then you can feel this in now. The effect. And then the effect here, and then you will find the cause. Listening to Teenager Therapy helps teens understand that others have problems that are similar to theirs. So you go ahead and write down the cause. Wow. Pretty cool, right? Give you guys some work to do. Some work. All right. Thank you guys so much for being here with me, listening to me read all these fun and exciting books. And now I got some activities for you to guys do. Some fun activities. Thank you. And I will see you again soon. I hope you've already smashed that subscribe button. I hope you did. Tell your friends to smash it up too. All right. See you soon. Audrey's reading area in effect. All right.